Peace, peace, peace. The goddamn killer bee. Motherfucking Witchfinder General. You got a witch. I'm gonna burn their asses up. We gonna get in some real nigga shit tonight. God damn it. Let's go. Track by Charles Willison. When the rabbit got
Ain't that a bitch? Thought you was real, but you with the bullshit. Thought you had love, but you got none. Thought you was the one, I was so dumb. I show love, you show hate. I show real, you show fake. I shine bright, you throw shade. Must be broken from the pain. Then I came real nigga that I be. Picked up the pieces, let you breathe. First thing you do is start accusing me of doing the things you're doing to me. Ain't that a bitch? Thought you was real, but you really with the bullshit. Ain't no fun when the rapper got the gun high. When the rapper got the gun high. Ain't no fun when the rapper got the gun high. When the rapper got the gun high. Ain't no fun when the rapper got the gun high. When the rapper got the gun high. Ain't no fun when the rapper got the gun high. When the rapper got the gun high. I show love, you show hate. I show real, you show fake. I show love, you show hate. I show real, you show fake. Misery loves company, bye Felicia. We get the very day I got a chance to meet ya. I'm way too fly, I also never lie. Everything real, stand up guy. Thoroughbred pedigree, first they show. Give my money, but my business, that's all I know. We was just sick, let them out for the fuck shit. Stressing aggravation, I don't do those. Bad energy can't go with the flow. I'm a champagne guy, smoke loud, have a good time. Passport travels, moves that be dazzle. That's a big money rebel, can't play Scrabble. Tricks on the kid. Tricks on the kid. Tricks on the kid. Tricks on the kids, yeah. Misery loves company, bye Felicia. We get the very day I got the chance to meet ya. Misery loves company, bye Felicia. We get the very day I got the chance to meet ya. I'm even drunk sick, but I'm not for the fuck shit. Stressing aggravation, I don't do those. Bad energy can't go with the flow. I'm the campaign kind, smoke loud, have a good time. Way too fly. I also never lie. Everything real, stand up guy. Way too fly. I also never lie. Everything real, stand up guy. Ain't that a bitch? Thought you was real, but you really with the bullshit. Ain't that a bitch? Thought you was real, but you really with the bullshit. Ain't no fun when the rapper got the gun high. When the rapper got the gun high. Ain't no fun when the rapper got the gun high. When the rapper got the gun high. Ain't no fun when the rapper got the gun high. When the rapper got the gun high. Ain't no fun when the rapper got the gun high. When the rapper got the gun high. Ain't no fun when the rapper got the gun high. When the rapper got the gun high.
Willie Dicks in the building, goddamn. We got Willie Dicks in the building. Why you was in that goddamn house? Peace, 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 y'all. Peace. Killer B, the goddamn Witchfinder General. You got a witch. I'm burning their asses up. And we got an ill show for y'all today. God damn it. Shit. I was holding off. I was going to do a show on this the other day. I said, no, let's let me chill for a little bit. I had a lot to say in the last couple of days about it. There's a whole bunch of niggas mad at me. A whole bunch of niggas mad at me. I bet they won't bring their asses on here. Somebody been hitting that goddamn pipe. Did you smoke your lucky crack pipe? How that shit go, Willie Grits? Did you smoke your lucky crack pipe today? Oh man, we got a good show, man. We got a lot of information to share with y'all today. This is Killer B, the Witchfinder General. Shit, I always holding it down. Always holding it down and shit for the people that need it most. Now, we can get right into this. Man. We got a serious issue. Ahmaud Arbery. Tragic death of this young man. The media has taken hold of it. The liberals have taken hold of it. The Democrats take hold of it. And they playing these niggas like a goddamn fiddle. We fall for it every goddamn time. Every goddamn time we falling for the bullshit. So, seems that these two gentlemen, Gregory McMichael and Travis McMichael, homeowners that I believe, what's the name of the street? It's in Georgia. It's a small neighborhood, some shoreline property, like riverside property and stuff. Predominantly white neighborhood. Neighbors observe this young man, Ahmaud Arbery, running down the street. And from a couple days ago, we just hear this man was just taking a nice little jog down the street. No, it's America. Shit. It's a street. You should be able to jog where the fuck you want to jog, right? Okay. Nothing wrong with that, right? And I'm sure the neighbors, people live there, didn't mind someone jogging down their street. From what the media presented to us, that this man was just innocently jogging down the street. And these evil, redneck, racist crackers decided to say, why that nigga running down that goddamn street? Let's get him. That's how they painted it. Right? Like these good old boys, got in their pickup truck. And they went running after this nigga. Right? Come to find out, well, they said they tried to stop the man, right? The boy kept running. They got ahead of him. And seems that there was an altercation and the young man was shot dead. Black people have been saying this was a lynching. Lynching. Good old boys, these good old white racist boys got out here, went after this man and shot him down in cold blood. In cold blood, right? So, we're going to see what happened today. We're going to see. We're going to get all into this. That's right, people. You got to get the goddamn popcorn. Y'all make sure y'all get the popcorn. Now, we have 7 in the room. I got some of these niggas is mad and left. Tell me why you're mad, goddammit. Tell me why you're mad. Man. So, we can get right into some of this stuff here. Let me get a couple of these videos. We're going to review some information today. And y'all going to have to draw your honest opinion on what really happened. And are these people racist, redneck, good old boy crackers that went after this boy to lynch him? It's goddamn 1950. Right? So, we can get into this footage here. Share this good old information. All right, so here we go. It's one of the best. And I've seen the media kind of move this. I've seen them move this video and clip out little parts to fit the thing that they want to say about it, right? And it seems to me that the media, these Democrats, the mayor of Georgia, you got NAACP trying to paint this picture about what happened and why. And do they really care about this young man? Do they really care about this young man's parents? Do they really care about the African Americans in this country? I've been brought up the vote Democrat. I always ask when I was a young boy, why? Because they for black people. They for black people. Right? And it seems to me that they are playing the black community, the African American communities, like a fiddle, like a puppet. And they play on our emotions to get their agendas done. Right? They want the black people to vote to get Mr. Donald Trump, who is our president of the United States. God bless him. God bless him. Whether you hate him or love him, you damn well better support him because he's the president. He is the one that's going to be making the decisions. He is the one he's the one that's running the country right now, like it or not. But guess what? The people voted him in. Fair and square. Fair and square. If you didn't like him, you should have voted against him. But hey, more people voted for him than against him. And now the man's in office. Welcome, Nicole Jackson. I haven't seen you in a while. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Now, we're going to get it. Let's show us what happened, right? So catch all you people. I know everybody probably seen it, but, you know, I already got that motherfucker queued up. Yes, indeed. All right. Get right into this footage. Let's see what happened. Let's take a look at what happened. Take a look at what happened. Now, there's the kid right there, the young man right there. Let's take a look at this.
From the neighborhood where Ahmaud Arbery was shot to death while jogging in February. The incident has sparked outrage and drawn national attention to Georgia and its justice system. CBS's Omar Villafranca reports.
This video, obtained by the Georgia Bureau of Investigation from a camera
shit,
about a block away from where he was shot.
My bad. Hold on. That's the wrong one. God dang it. God dang it. This is the one I want. There we go. Sorry about that. Don't want to play that one yet. That's the good one. That's the money shot right there. That's the goddamn money shot. All right, let's go. Let's go. All right. Watch this, y'all. As we see here, see the young man running, right? Look, take a look. Take a little better look. You see him. Now you see the distance that he is from the vehicle. There's a man that's following him, supposedly a neighbor. After they saw the man running and the two men in the truck chasing him, he decided to get in his car and follow to see what was happening. He said he wanted to document what was going on because there was a string of burglaries in the neighborhood. One of the incidents where there was a firearm that was stolen from an unlocked vehicle that was parked outside the home, one of the homes on that street, right? There's been a string of burglaries. And supposedly this man, these two men said he looked like he fit the description of the suspect. By the way, the father in the Michaels family and the son, the father is an ex police officer, right? So they take off. They say they try to stop the man. The man wouldn't stop. I guess they drive ahead of him, stopping the road to meet him, going towards him. As you see there, the man's running, right? He's quite a good distance. You see the father there on the left. The father's right there on the left, standing outside of his truck, and he has a rifle or shotgun. Now, you also see the son in the back of the pickup truck, right? If you can see closely, I know some of you probably saw this, but this is the best video footage that I've seen. There's been other versions of this footage that doesn't show all of this, right? This is the most accurate footage I can find, right? And a lot of people haven't seen this one. And if you notice, the son never turns his back. See the man driving, right? He gets right back on him. Look, you see the son? His back is turned. Now, you see the man on the other side of his truck door. Now let me back it up. The young man, he goes to the side, around the right side of the truck. Then makes a quick left into the front of the vehicle, right? Let's listen here. Let's listen what happens. Right? One shot. Let's back it up. Right? See? From that point where the man was behind the truck, they had already moved to the left of the door. So this man came from across the truck and went for that man's firearm. At that point, I believe, I'm not sure, but I believe his son on the back of the pickup truck fires a shot. Whether it was a warning shot or a shot to shoot him or to hit him, we don't know at this point. We'll find out in court, right? But a lot of people said that they shot him in cold blood. Now, there's a lot of people said, why is this man got a gun? Why are they chasing this man with a gun? Right? This is Georgia. This is Georgia. They have pretty lax gun laws. You can carry and conceal in your vehicle without a license. In your home without a license. Outside the vehicle, you have to have a permit. But inside the vehicle, anytime you're inside your property, you do not have to have a license or permit to carry a firearm. But once you step out of that vehicle or off your property, you have to have that permit, right? Now, this man claims to be making a hold on, Nicole. So this man went after this guy to assuming to make a citizen's arrest, right? And as you see here, the boy runs and tries to get the gun from the gentleman, right? Let's take a look at this. Right? They're already on the side of the road when you hear that shot. You see the son's back still turned. The people say they went to hunt him and kill him. They wanted to kill him. And they called it a lynching. The Democrats, the liberals, the black people of the city said that it was a lynching. Right? This man, this young man, made an attempt. Why? We don't know. We don't know why he did that. As you can see here, if he had a fear of these people, he had a long time. Look, he had a long time to make a decision on where he's going to go. Now, I don't believe that he knows who that man is driving behind him. I would suspect that he doesn't know it's somebody driving behind him with a camera, right? This man is running. Now, if he was in fear for his life of these people repeatedly tried to stop him and talk to him. The boy kept running. Now, you see him, they're probably a good, 30 yards or something like that, maybe? He could go left. He could go right. He could go reverse. He can stop and say, what's going on? But no, he runs towards this truck. And the man is already outside of his truck with this gun. Look, you see him make that quick right. And now he takes a quick left. Second shot. He's beating up the ex-police officer. Back this bitch up again. The boy goes down. Right? Now, was this self-defense? At first, these men were released. They said it was self-defense and he wasn't arrested. Right? Now, that's right, eating chicken. Do this video eating chicken. Talking about niggas. Right. They're going to call me coolicious after this. Killer B, you a coon. You a bitch. Killer B, going to tell the truth and my honest opinion. Every goddamn time. Not sometime. Every goddamn time. Right? So now, let's get this is not self-defense. But when that young man grabs that gun, now it's a life or death situation. If that white man, if that good old boy, old redneck dragon, wanted to kill that boy, they both would have been facing him with guns drawn. All right, y'all. I'm back with a mouthful of chicken. Right. Now, as what I was saying, let's see. Why run at someone with the gun and attack them? If he touches the gun, he's no longer unarmed. Thank you very much, Nicole Jessica. Thank you very much. He says maybe he caught him off guard, being that they were chasing them. Huh. If he grabbed a cop's gun, it will be justified in self-defense, right? The man is an ex-police officer, so he's no longer a police officer. But the gun was not raised and pointed at this young man. As you can see, the son's back was actually turned. So they weren't in fear of their life, I believe. And if they did, they would have had guns drawn on him. The boy made a quick decision to go after that man and grab his firearm. Once you grab that man's firearm, now it's either your life or his life. When you had a way out. Went to the right. I think my shit's screwing up again. If it's screwing up, I'll be right back. How's the audio? Y'all can hear me? All right, Willie Grit says, all right, my audio's good? He says it was going, okay, cool. He said it was going to be his life anyway. They were in a truck. He was on foot, right? But there was no threat to this man. They asked him, what are you doing? They wanted to question him. Where are you? Why are you here? Now, you might say, shit, I could be anywhere I want. But as we're going to see later, there was a reason for this asking. It was a legitimate reason, right? They got out. Willie Grits had a long talk about this today. We went over Georgia gun laws. I'm not going to go through all those laws today. I found something that pretty much summarizes it all and stuff in like regular English and shit. But Willie Grits had a long talk about this today. Willie Grits feels that he shouldn't have got out with a gun, period. But I try to explain to Willie Grits, this is Georgia. It's his right to do that. It's not against the law to get out your car with a rifle, no matter what the fuck you're doing with it. It sounds crazy. But when it goes to court, it's going to be, you can't say, oh, why he get out of this? There's no law against that. He can do that. Right? Now, people, like I said, you can walk around your yard, you walk around your car without a permit. He obviously has a permit, right? He's an ex-police officer. He's out of the car with the gun. He's not pointing the gun. He's holding the gun, right? They said this man fit the description of a suspect that was burglarizing the area's homes, right? This is a small community. And another thing, Jessica, good point. Who calls 911 before they lynch somebody? This is almost the same thing as the Trayvon Martin case, right? Zimmerman was wrong. The police told him, don't pursue this man. Let us handle it. But some people are crazy. Some people are tough guys. They want to be heroes. They have their firearm. And they feel they can save the day. Right? The man chased Trayvon Martin, tried to get him to stop. Trayvon wanted to stop. I guess he grabbed him. I forgot how the shit went. But they started fighting. This was a young boy. Zimmerman was a grown man. Right? And it don't matter if he's white, Puerto Rican, or what. The man asked him a question. I say, hey, you don't talk to strangers. I can understand that shit, right? Now, the man, the boy started, I forgot how the case out, so I'm not going to talk about that, right? I'm just going to talk about this. Now, as we saw, he went for that gun. Once you go for that gun, now it's life or death for both. You know, you're grabbing that gun for a reason. If that kid would have got hold of that gun, he would have shot that man. What other reason would he have to grab that gun? Right? Now, if you have a gun and somebody's trying to take it from you, you know you're going to have to shoot this person. Now, I believe the first shot was not fired by the man with the rifle. The first shot was fired by the son. What would you do if you saw a man went for your father's gun and struggling with it? What would you do? What would you do? Right? Let's get some more. Let's get into some of this shit that went on. Let me play this thing here real quick. This is the attorney for the family.
Wake that ass up early in the morning.
Breakfast. Let's skip over this motherfucking shit here. Get right to the meat. And we're gonna see what
man, I'm
the
blessed.
attorney has to say. And watch what they do. Watch how deceptive this person is. A piece of shit like this man here, this lawyer, this attorney, right? Listen to what he says. Now, he's supposed to know the facts. Listen to what he does.
Black and highly favored, man. I want you to tell us what
all these people fucking Democrats. So listen to the way how they talk about this situation without knowing the facts.
What's happening with this? And correct me if I'm mispronouncing the brother's name. Ahmaud Arbery.
That's it, Ahmaud Arbery.
Ahmaud Arbery, tell us about this situation, man. What's happening? What's the latest? But before you do that, let's tell people who Lee is. Now, we have Lee Merritt on the line. Now, Lee, you're an attorney.
And to be clear, I'm a civil rights attorney. I represent the family of Ahmaud Arbery, and we're trying to get the legal apparatus of South Georgia to arrest the men responsible for his murder, and to bring the appropriate hate crime charges. We just got involved with this family maybe a week ago. And what we learned, what the family was initially told by law enforcement.
What warrants a hate crime? What warrant did that? This was a hate crime. Was there any racial slurs? Did they say, hey, nigger, what the fuck you doing here? Smacking on his chicken, right? Did he say that? We don't know. If we don't know, they can't be charged for it. Right? So why is he seeking a fucking hate crime? Just because they're white? That's a hate crime on their part. They're calling him a racist just because he's white and the kid he shot is black. So every black person that kills a white person, they should get charged with a hate crime too, because they didn't kill their own. Y'all what this man trying to say? Let's listen.
Was that Ahmaud Arbery was in the midst of a burglary, was actively burglarizing a home when the homeowner caught him and used deadly force, which would have been completely justifiable under the law. That was the story the family was told. Obviously, the video came out yesterday. He was nowhere near anyone's habitat. He was jogging down the street.
He was nowhere near anybody's habitat. It wasn't nowhere near. Back it up a little bit.
In the midst of a burglary, was actively burglarizing the home.
When they said he was in the midst of a burglary, right? And they said he wasn't nowhere near the home. Listen.
When the homeowner caught him and used deadly force, which would have been completely justifiable under the law. That was the story the family was told. Obviously, the video came out yesterday. He was nowhere near anyone's habitat. He was jogging down the street. And they already created an alternative narrative where these were people who they suspected him of burglarizing homes sometime in the past. And
they suspected him in the past. Right? Let's go.
And as a result, they were trying to perform a citizen's arrest. What you really had was a lynch mob who were going after the young man because they imputed criminality on him. And they are still free today. So there's a number of things that we're asking people to do, but that's where we are with the story right now.
So let's say those guys' names. The McMichaels. What's the two?
Yeah.
What's their name?
And I want to say three names because people have been focusing on two people, but you have a son and a father. Gregory McMichael was a former district attorney investigator, 30-year lawman in South Georgia. His son, Travis McMichael, who's not known for doing anything of significance. And then there's...
You hear that? Now, this is what I mean with I'm telling Willie Griggs today. In court, they look at your, what's the word? I lost the words. Your, not credibility, but who you are as a person. That makes a big difference in the courtroom. So say like there was a shooting or something, right? The key witness was a crackhead or some shit, right? Now, this man is fighting for his life, and they're going to have a crackhead be the key witness. Person doesn't have a job. They've been arrested numerous times and all types of stuff. So he will be deemed not really credible. They might put him on the stand, but to the jurors, he might not be a credible person. That prosecutor is gonna paint him in such a bad light that no matter what he says, is not gonna be really taken seriously. Or say someone saw something, you on an accident, an auto accident, or something happened, you suing somebody, and the key witness that saw you fall, they ask, where you work? Like, I don't have a job. When's the last time you had a job? 5 years ago. Where do you live? Is that a high crime area? Yeah, pretty much. Like, know what I mean? They're going to question your background and who you really are as a person. So that's what this attorney. All right, I'm back. Somewhat. I think I'm back. Oh, yeah, I'm back. All right. What I was saying is that this attorney now is painting this man in a bad light to make him look that he's not credible. He's not really, he just like a fucking nobody. Like he's a loser. You know what I mean? This is what attorneys do to win cases. The witnesses and stuff like that, they will attack their credibility. Whether they got a job, are they educated? What do they do for fun? What type of neighborhood they live in? Do you own a car? Do you own a home, or do you rent? All these things play a factor. They're going to attack to deem you uncredible. So all right, that shit is annoying. What they do, they're going to paint him in a bad light. You know what I mean? So he won't be credible when they go to question him. Oh, you don't have a job. You don't like, know what I mean? You're nobody. So that's what attorneys do. So let's finish checking this out. Finish this out. Oh, there it is. All right, screen share. No, I don't need a screen share for that. All right.
Ryan Williams. Ryan Williams, the person, I believe is the person who captured the video. He was actively participating in hunting down Ahmaud Arbery.
Really? I don't know. This is the video.
I didn't realize that the video that he took, I thought it was just a bystander who happened to be filming everything that was going down. I didn't know that he was with them.
Right. So break down what we see in that video. We see Ahmaud running, and we see him jogging. We see the truck stop, like to block him off, and he's running around the truck, it looks like. And then him and that man get an altercation with the man with the pistol, and then we hear a couple of gunshots, and then we see Ahmaud laying on the floor. We see two individuals, one guy, a shotgun, one guy outside the truck, one guy in the truck, and then we see the gentleman following. For people who don't know what video we're talking about, and that's what we're trying to figure. Now, Ahmaud, he was just doing his daily run. Is that correct?
That's right. So Ahmaud Arbery is an elite All-American high school athlete from South Georgia. So, you know, football is king there. He's very big in the football community. In fact, we first learned about it.
You see what they did? Now they're trying to go after the guy that took the video. So you trying to tell me they're going out, a purposely killed this black man, to so-called lynch him, and they got a friend following him with a camera, filming the whole incident. So they went out to do a crime, to do a murder, and they're going to make sure they got somebody filming. Are you serious? Are you serious? Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that the boy should have been killed, but I can't say that either because it was his fault that he was killed. It was his fault. He made the move to set. Sometimes white people do this shit. I'll tell Willie Grist this shit. You might fuck with somebody, right? Say you fucking with some white dude that don't do shit to nobody, right? And you keep getting away with it. Now, this is how white people work. Listen up, niggas. Listen up. I'll give y'all real cracking knowledge right here, right? They will say he got a gun permit. He got tired of shit. And you don't know he got a gun permit. You might go provoke him and he might just step into his yard. Now, he might say something to you out of the ordinary. Usually he's a little punk. He don't say shit. Now he's like, well, fuck you, your mother, nigger, or whatever, right? Now you heated because you beat him up all the time, rob him, or do whatever you want to him because he's a little punk little white boy, right? Now you go after him in his yard. He pulls out a gun. Or he might have a knife. What you gonna do with that knife, white boy? Or whatever. The boy might fake and drop the knife. Now, what would you do now? You're gonna grab the knife. And when you go down to grab the knife, he pulls a gun and blows your ass away. And guess what? When the police arrived, he had a knife. He came on my property. You see how easy that is? You see how easy that is? And black people always got this thing that white people are afraid of them. That's how it is up here where I live, like in the Northeast. It's like that. White people don't fuck with niggas out here. We don't got that shit, white people chasing your ass down the street. We don't got no type of shit like that. White people stay the fuck away from niggas. If they're not friends with niggas and they don't want to associate with niggas, you won't see white people nowhere near niggas. But it's pretty cool, like, you know what I'm saying? White people like hanging out with black people and shit. Like, they think it's some cool shit. Like, especially the liberals. Like, you know what I mean? They want to be friends with black people. Just to say they got black friends. Because it's cool. They might rap and shit. They might have good weed and shit like that. So the white people want to hang out with them. And then they find out, oh, that is the black dude, he cool. Know what I'm saying? It might not be no ghetto hood ass nigga. It'd be a nigga with a job, like a decent job, white collar or fucking blue collar worker or some shit. Hang out with white people, go to the barbecues and all that fucking bullshit. But in the South and shit, it's all different shit. They don't want nothing to do with no goddamn niggas. no kind of way. Because they see what they see on the media. There's a lot of crazy shit going on. Politics and all that shit like that. It's different in different places you live, right? So, let's finish playing this. I know Willie Grist. Why you keep stopping it? Shut up, Willie Grist. You can have your own show. Let shit play all you want.
By NFL athletes who knew Ahmaud and had a relationship with him from his high school football days. And to break that video down a little further, the man that you see standing outside of the truck as Ahmaud is jogging down the street is Travis McMichael, and he is standing there with a shotgun. It appears that Ahmaud was surprised by his presence because if you slow that video down,
fuck you, motherfucker. We saw that nigga running like 30, 40 miles, and you know they had the vehicle stopped. They was already stopped. He was already stopped and out the fucking vehicle. When that motherfucker was down the block, he saw the nigga with the gun. He saw it. And kept on. And what Josh said a very good thing. Wise thing. He should have kept jogging and pretended to jog. Just like he did in the beginning when they were trying to stop him. The nigga just kept running. He should have kept doing that shit. Oh, no, don't tell it all all, Josh. Don't tell it all. I'm getting to that part. Don't tell it all. You gotta surprise these niggas and shit. Cause you know the niggas build up some shit and they think they winning, and no Killer Beat coming in with the curveball.
Frame by frame, you can see him jogging at a steady pace. And as he approaches the truck, he sees a man standing there with a long gun. And so he darts to the right, and the man lifts the long gun and goes after him. At this point, the two are off screen. That's when you hear the first shot. And after that, you see Ahmaud fighting for his life.
We saw the boy's foot. We saw the boy's foot. The man was still standing behind the door. And when that boy went left in front of that truck, we saw him still standing there, and you saw Ahmaud's foot right where the door, right where the beginning of the car, like the left side of the car ends. You saw his foot about to hit the ground, grabbing the gun, and they pushed back, and that's when you heard the shot. When it was visible for the son to see him grabbing and having that gun and almost getting it away from that man.
And I'm going to say I'm so proud of Ahmaud. And his mom hasn't been able to watch this video, but Ahmaud gave these men the fight for their lives. And I if nothing else, I can appreciate, and I've been reflecting on Claude McKay, I can appreciate him saying, look, I'm going down fighting.
I wish Ahmaud had a gun. I wish Ahmaud had a gun to shoot back.
So when people say, right, that they're doing a citizen's arrest, okay, because that's the story. Now the story has changed into, from seeing someone break into a house to then doing a citizen's arrest. What are the rules for a citizen's arrest?
Right. And so I first, I want to emphasize that this was not a citizen's arrest. That's a story that they later came up with. However, if you are a Georgia citizen and attempting to perform a citizen's arrest, you must personally observe a crime. It must be actively ongoing, or the crime that just happened must be within your direct knowledge. In other words, you heard a gunshot, you looked over your shoulder, you saw someone lying on the ground. You can assume that the person holding the smoking gun.
This nigga ain't never heard of Wishfire in general. This nigga ain't never heard of Killer Beat a goddamn Wishfire in general. You heard that shit, right?
It is a criminal suspect. But other than that, you have to see it with your own eyes. The only thing that these men ever told law enforcement they saw was Ahmaud Arbery running down the road, and at some point he stopped by a property that was under construction, and he looked through the window. And they used that to say, well, that was enough to perform a citizen's arrest, and it's just not.
Now, let me ask you a question. Now, Ahmaud, you said that they thought that Ahmaud was suspected of robbing houses before. So Ahmaud lives in the area and he runs. Has he had run-ins with these people before?
He's never been accused, suspected, arrested for breaking into homes before. He is a known runner. But the only crime that they have ever even brought up with him was something from high school in a shoplifting incident. So
listen, that's the bullshit. That's the number one bullshit this nigga did, right? Let me show y'all something. Let me show y'all this. Let me show y'all this shit here. Check this shit out. Fucking no good niggas, boy. I tell you, goddamn, motherfuckers, this ain't right. They can't do right. All right, hold on. Let me get this shit. All right, what the fuck is that? All right, here we go. Drag this on down to the little thing here. Check this out here. I'm just gonna share my screen. You heard what he said, right? He says, "Oh, this something in high school. Something in high school, right?" Listen how the niggas play. Look how they play now. Watch this. All right. Come on, goddammit. Oh, here go the bullshit again. God damn it. Y'all can still hear me? Let's see here. Probably not. Wait, hold on 1 second, yo. If y'all can still hear, I'll be right back. Hold on. Fix this damn thing. It's annoying as fuck. All right, I'm back. Okay, now we share the screen here. And you heard what he said, that it was just something in the school. Kyle Lamb, welcome, Kyle Lamb. Said, I really hate the lawyer. He was only after white blood in the Michael Dean case. I gotta check that out. Okay. And it wasn't even a white officer Lee worked for. Okay. It's crazy how people can see the same footage and twist it to fit a narrative. Absolutely. That's what I've been saying. I was on this comment board on Facebook. I was like, how the fuck y'all niggas can't see this shit that this motherfucker went and grabbed the goddamn gun? It's trying to say it was cold blood and shit. They killed him in cold blood. All right. Jessica said, okay, same thing. Josh says, I hate how it looked like the footage was edited. Yo, there's many versions of that footage. There's some parts that is clipped out and shit like that and stuff. It's weird. All right. So look through the window. Fruity is slip. What is I saying? Wish the lawyer could be arrested for hate crimes on whites. Sorry if that offends anyone. No problem. No problem. Fuck that motherfucker. All right. Shit, Kyle, speak your mind. That's how you feel. That's right. That's right. I was on the motherfucking corny ass fucking T.W. Cyrus ass motherfuckers. They trying to cuss me out and shit and block me because I wanted to speak my motherfucking mind. I bet none of them fucking whole ass niggas will come up on here and say that shit. I won't block you. All right, let's go. I think they need a distraction for Creepy Joe fingering interns. All right, let's see. Remember the lawyer said that he's ever been in any other trouble before. He said, oh, there was just something in a high school, right? Y'all heard that. Now check this out. Ahmaud Arbery was killed in a small, mostly white coastal neighborhood about 2 miles away from home. Family members say he was, wait, fuck that shit said. Come on, damn it. Fuck. All right. Said he shared with his mother. Local officials said Satilla Shores, which is an unincorporated community in Glenn County. I'm just going to skip through and get right to the meat. All right. Gregory Michaels and his son, according to Beach Records, all right, they shared the address. All right. All right. A 25-year-old black man was going for a jog through Satilla Shores, a largely Miller to upper class neighborhood the afternoon he was killed. Okay. Indicated a black guy in a white t-shirt. See how they gotta make that emphasize that shit, right? Just so the black people will get all fucking crazy. Where's the shit here? I'm looking for it. All right. That's right. They won't face some goddamn hate crime. All right. Burglary. Where's the shit at, man? 69% white, 27 black. Maybe that's the wrong fucking article I'm looking at. Ain't that a bitch? Where is it? Motherfucker. Ain't this a bitch? All right, fuck it. Since I can't find it. All right, in case I can't find the motherfucker. One quick second here. Nope, I don't see that motherfucker. I don't see that whole ass shit. All right. Nope. Okay. All right. Fuck it. I just tell you guys, you motherfuckers look that shit up yourself. He has an arrest record for bringing a firearm to school. He got caught with a gun in school in 2013. And after that, he had some shoplifting charges. So he fit the description of the person that's been doing the burglaries in the neighborhood. There was a firearm stolen out of a car, and the whole the burglarized. Now, this man is a known thief and known for carrying a firearm. Not saying that he stole that gun. Not saying that he was armed, which he wasn't. He found his body and shit. He wasn't armed, right? But in court, that's not going to look too good. Like I said before, when you go to court, that lawyer asks you all types of questions. They're going to ask all types of questions. Do you have a job? Motherfucker be like, no. So why are you're running around, you don't got a job, and you just looking in random houses? Know what I'm saying? So what this lawyer did, he didn't say that the boy had a gun charge. That's serious. At 19, he went to jail. He might have went to jail. I'm pretty sure you're going to jail because in Connecticut, you get caught with a gun without a permit. That's mandatory. You are going to jail. No way around it. You ain't getting no probation, none of that shit. You going to jail. You get caught with a gun. Now, this lawyer refused to say that. And they say, oh, this had a shoplifting charge. Or it said it was something in school. You hear that, nigga? Now, he a lawyer.
But yes, the only crime that they have ever even brought up with him was something from high school in a shoplifting incident. So, no.
Which has nothing to do with this, by the way, at all. I don't even know why they're bringing that up.
Did he live in this neighborhood?
Come on, Nicole, don't tell it all. I'm going to get to that shit, too.
He lived a few blocks away, according to his dad.
No, he's an avid jogger. He's a motherfucker that jogs every day, right?
So did they know each other? Did the McMichaels and the Arbery's know each other? Yeah, have they seen him before?
No, so this is a very segregated community. So unless he's going by for his run, black folks aren't going to be hanging out in this part of town.
No, it's not segregated, motherfucker. It is motherfuckers with money. People that can buy a home. Now, y'all have to take this into consideration too. Thank you, P. You have to take this in consideration too. People that own homes look at things a lot differently. You go to in the neighborhood where it's mostly rentals, where people rent, you will find neighbors that mind their fucking business. If somebody's breaking into a car, breaking into someone's house, the neighbor usually won't say anything. Especially in a black neighborhood or lower income neighborhood. Right? But if you live somewhere that's upper class, could be rental, but mostly working class, usually blue collar workers that work hard for their money, get hard money, not easy money, hard money. When you're you coming home dirty, your back hurt, this shit, your car fucked up, but you going to work in that motherfucker though. You ain't got the fanciest car. You might have a little Ford, Chevy, and some bullshit. You ain't got no Beamer, no Benz. You work hard for it, though. You own it. And for somebody to come on your property and take something, that will drive you absolutely motherfucking crazy. And this nigga gotta go. You ain't gonna come up in my home that I own and take nothing. I paid for this. I go to work every day for this. Next to a motherfucker that might have a part-time job, getting state assistance and shit, the government paying half their rent and all this other shit, right? So somebody going in the yard or whatever, you're not really sweating that shit like that. And I'm saying this from what I see from experience being places. In my neighborhood, you get a strange motherfucker walking the street, I'm calling the goddamn police, nigga. You stupid. I know a man down the street, right? I ain't never seen a nigga at his house ever. Never, ever seen a nigga at his house, right? He talked to me. We cool. We talk every time we pass each other. We have a couple words or whatever. Hey, nice day. Blah, 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 blah. Shit, you still skateboarding? Oh, shit, my back hurt. Or whatever. Fuck, all types of shit we talk about, right? One night, I'm going somewhere, and I see this black dude standing in the driveway. I'm like, fuck that nigga doing? Who that nigga there in that white man yard? I went and knocked on his door. Black man looked at me and shit. But he was standing in the corner in the driveway, like, all weird. Like, I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? So I walk by, like, you know what I mean? The dude is standing there. I go right by him and no knock on his door. Right? He came to the door and said, hey, what's up, man? And shit, like, I was like, yeah, fucking, oh, I was like, know me? And notice, like, that's why I came to his door. You know I don't knock on his fucking door. Right? Black dude did. He knew what I was doing. He thanked me and shit, like, but like he didn't say, well, thank you and shit for telling me about this nigga in my yard. But the dude was like a CNA and shit, hoping his father. No, man, the dude just taking a little cigarette break. Right? Now, if that was a white man, they would say, oh, he's racist. He was just working there. No, we got a nigga in the fucking driveway. You know that nigga? He don't have no niggas over his house. You never see no nigga in his house. Why is this nigga staying in the driveway at night? Know what I'm saying? It's very simple. It has nothing to do with race. Nothing to do with it. Let's finish seeing what this nigga got to say.
Right. Now, Lee, can I ask you another question about Gregory McMichael? Being that he was in law enforcement previously, what's the rules when it comes to that? Because it feels like he's getting some type of preferential treatment.
So he should be treated as any other criminal suspect. But the person responsible for arresting him, the department, Glenn County Police Department, he used to work for. And the district attorney responsible for charging him passed on the case because of her conflict. It got moved over to the next district attorney over, Barnhill. And Barnhill hid the fact that he knew the shooter personally, that his son grew up with the shooter. And he gave the opinion that these guys did nothing wrong before it was discovered that he had these direct ties to him. And so he had to transfer the case as well. It's now on his third district attorney who is refusing to go arrest these men, which it is in his power to do, but he's claiming because of Corona and the quarantine that he can't do it until after the grand jury convenes sometime after in mid-June.
Nope. If Georgia can open up everything else, they can open up them damn courts now. Come on now.
That's right.
Now, which they just did. This happened in February. See? I didn't paint pictures and shit. Listen.
Listen, and it's a poorly veiled excuse. They can arrest these men. They should arrest these men today. And that's what we're pushing for.
Question, Lee, if this guy pulled a gun on Ahmaud and then Ahmaud defended himself, how can it then go back to this white man saying he was defending himself?
They will not be able to successfully avail themselves of the self-defense statute because you cannot agitate. I'm sorry, legally they should not be able to. I shouldn't say will not be able to, because for the same reason that George Zimmerman should not have been able to claim self-defense against Trayvon Martin for an incident that he instigated. These men can't. You can't chase a man down with guns, cut off all of his exits, because the man behind that was recording is with the posse. So you have a man with a gun in a truck behind him, men with guns in the truck in front of him. He had no other option. And so you can't claim self-defense when you corner a citizen.
I saw today that Joe Biden...
He wasn't cornered. He wasn't cornered. He could have stopped. They tried to stop him. They got ahead of him. What, do you think it is Joe Biden didn't say shit?
Is coming forward and now demanding justice also for Ahmaud Arbery's family.
I hadn't seen that. I'm glad to hear that Biden is speaking up. We need him to be vocal on all of these incidences, but not just give lip service to it.
Right, Josh? We all done that when we was kids. We go on construction sites and shit and stuff. We just do that shit. We get bored skateboarding. We'll go, fucking, oh shit, they're doing construction at this house. Let's go in there and chill. We go in there, we look at all the framing and all that shit. They ain't got no windows in the top floor. So we just in there sitting on the floor chilling and shit at night. And it's like all the air going, it's cool. Cool for a little kid, but it's a grown man. Well, most niggas and shit that age want to be grown ass men. Motherfuckers want to be grown ass men at fucking 15. What a grown ass man going in there? Especially when he know if he jogged through there all the time. Well, actually, nobody saw him jog through there all the time. He was known as a runner, but he wasn't known as a runner running through there. So, knowing it's Georgia, knowing it's an all-white neighborhood, what would you be thinking to walk on this property? To walk on this property. Like I said, we used to go play construction sites and shit like that. But if my parents knew I was doing that shit, they would fuck me up. Fuck me up. Fuck me up. What the hell are you doing in the people's yard? Motherfucker, if I go in my next door neighbor's yard, I get my ass whooped. What you doing in the people's yard? Get the hell out of the goddamn people's yard. Your ball went in the backyard. You go knock on the door. You ask them to get that ball. You just don't go walking in nobody's backyard. Fuck me up. I learned that shit before I was 10. Of course, you get like 15 and shit. You smelling yourself and shit. Like, you know what I mean? You feel like you just do some shit and not get caught or whatever the fuck. You push the envelope a little bit. Know what I mean? He could have been casing the place. And the reason why he didn't walk out of there, because there was nothing in it to steal. Construction workers know better not to leave fucking tools and shit in the construction site wide open like that. Come on now.
He can speak to his context from his long and illustrious career at the U.S. Department of Justice, because there are still some good U.S. attorneys in South Georgia who will be able to handle this case, who will go out and make the arrest, and who will successfully prosecute these men for hate crime charges. So not just words from Mr. Biden, we need action.
Now, when they shot and killed this young man, I'm sure they called the police.
This attorney know this shit ain't true. He's an attorney. But he puts this out there to get support. It puts the black people in emotion. These racist white people. They're racist. Just because they're some old good old boys that like to hunt. They might got fucking John Deere hats and motherfucking Moss Oak fucking t-shirts and shit like that. They like hunting deer. That don't make you a Klansman because you like to hunt deer. And you get camouflage and shit. And wear your hat your baseball hat all creased up and shit. That don't make you a fucking racist. That's the area where they live. That's how they dress. That was okay, I'm good. Hope I'm good. What I was saying, I used to go down south. That's all I did. Shoot BB guns and shoot guns and shit. I was a little ass boy. I couldn't bring my BB gun back up here. You know what I'm saying? But down south, I was shooting. My cousin how we was shooting. That's all we did. shoot fireworks and shoot guns and shit. And BB guns and all types of shit. That's all we did. Shoot the shit out of birds and squirrels all fucking day long. The squirrels and birds saw me coming. They were like, oh shit, this nigga's here. We ain't hanging around this motherfucker with this nigga here. We can be gone. Motherfucker, I'll kill like 25, 30 birds a day, motherfucker. Just smoking those motherfuckers. That's what they do down there. That's what they do. Right? Let's go.
911, what was the reason for shooting? Because I mean, all that's taped.
Right. So they called 911 prior to shooting. And they said we see a man, and excuse my language, he said he's hauling ass down the road. And so that was their justification for stopping him. And when law enforcement finally responded to the scene after Ahmaud Arbery was already dead, the excuse they used was, well, we were trying to perform a citizen's arrest. And they didn't say that at the time. They said this man came after us and he started violently attacking us. And so we had to defend ourselves.
So the video clearly shows that wasn't the case. So it clearly shows that they're lying, correct?
Directly refutes all of their previous claims.
Now, y'all see that shit. Am I fucking retarded? Am I retarded?
How did they get the video from Brian Williams? If he was down with him, how did they get that video?
So the video was anonymously shared online. We assumed that they shared it around their circles for a while, and as the story began to get publicity over.
No, the policeman saw the video. They showed the cop the video. The person taking the video did not conceal the video and leaked it later. No. The police officer saw the video and made a decision of fucking self-defense. That's why they wasn't arrested. The video saved them.
Since the New York Times wrote about it about 2 weeks ago, someone leaked it and uploaded it online.
So them goddamn devils was bragging about it, basically, posting it on social media.
Goddamn devils. Goddamn devils. Why isn't Charlemagne the God fired from the Breakfast Club for making that statement? Making that racist statement. Y'all tell me. Y'all can hear me? See that fat moving. Y'all hear me? Fucking this chicken up. It's like a real nigga.
The day that they murdered Ahmaud, his father went on Facebook and bragged, my son was the shooter, as if he was proud of it.
No. Damn. I saw a group of kids, they were...
Goddamn right, because his son saved his life. Goddamn right.
Protesting, and they, well, I don't know if it was just kids, but just a group of black people, and they were walking to the McMichael's house. What did they actually do that?
I heard that they were out there walking to the McMichael's house. I'm curious, honestly, whether other Georgia citizens can avail themselves of the citizen arrest statute and go in and arrest these men, because there's clear evidence that they committed a murder.
Clear evidence he committed a murder? A murder after the victim grabs the gun. He is shot. That's murder. You trying to tell me that's murder? Now, these niggas went to these people's house, calling themselves arrested him. Now, what if that man came out of his house and shot them niggas dead and shit right in their yard?
And the authorities have not made the arrest. And the authorities have even offered the opinion.
Now, y'all want to talk about slick white people? Check this shit out, right? They let the man go. Now, they're being pressured and forced by the mayor. Probably they got a black mayor, right? So they're being pressed to make that arrest, right? Know what they do? Charge them with murder. Why? Because they'll never be able to fucking get a guilty verdict on murder. That's why. Being charged with murder when it's not a murder. Very simple. You see how I get down? Yeah, that's how they get you. That's how they get you. You want to be stupid? There you go. There you go. Love it or hate it. You want to play games? They got games too. But their games work a little bit better.
That these men could, in fact, perform a citizen's arrest of Ahmaud. So what is stopping the citizens of Georgia from arresting this man? Now, I'm not advising anyone put themselves in harm's way, but I'm wondering whether we enjoy the same protections under the law as these men do.
Well, you know we don't, because we black. Question though, if I'm driving, right? Say I was driving down the road, and I saw Ahmaud fighting for his life against these three devils, and I had my pistol on me. If I jumped out and shot one of them, what would happen to me? Because it reminds me of the Tupac case from back in the day when Tupac.
Now, who do you know is the aggressor? Are you just going to shoot the white man because there's a black man struggling with it? You driving down the street, you see this black kid struggling with a white man for a gun. You're going to get out and you're going to shoot the white man? How do you know who's the aggressor and who's the victim? How do you know that? Charlamagne the God, your black ass will be in jail and you be hollering racism because you're stupid and dumb. Nah, you're dumb because you don't know any better. You don't know the law. But you make stupid decisions.
Tupac shot somebody he saw getting assaulted.
Right. Now, I imagine you will be arrested and charged with murder or aggravated assault. Now, under the law, you are allowed to protect a third person. You can see someone under attack like Brother Ahmaud and say, I'm going to use my right to intervene for the safety of this person. It's completely legal under the statute. Right.
You know, I was wondering, people like this is not new to them. Is there any other cases of them harassing black people or anybody else in the neighborhood? Do we have anybody stepped up and said, hey, I had a situation with them before at all?
So far, we have not been able to find those incidences. But like I said, Gregory McMichael, the father, is a 30-year lawman, somebody who had a gun on his hip at all times. I'm sure that we're going to find instances of brutality in his past. We find them in every case. Amber Geiger shot somebody not too soon before she shot Bolton John. Roy Oliver, who killed Jordan Edwards, had a long history of violence. So every time these police officers are caught, it's their third or fourth time at the rodeo.
Right. Hey, man, what do we got to do, Lee? What do we got to do? Gregory McMichaels, Travis McMichaels, Brian Williams. Like, what kind of noise do we got to make around this situation to make sure that these guys get arrested? Because I don't even understand how they can even say this brother was a burglar. Because burglars don't wear white T-shirts and shorts and sneakers to go break in nobody's house in broad daylight.
In the middle of the day. The person responsible right now for holding this man.
I'll say this: niggas is very stupid because they do that. A nigga will walk in someone's yard. I seen it my goddamn self. Broad daylight. Know why? Expecting people to mind their fucking business. There was some motherfucker recently, right, that was doing illegal dumping. And a neighbor saw it, came out with the camera and said, hey, what are you doing? They said, stop filming before we fuck you up. Mind your business, right? They kept filming or whatever. And later on, the motherfuckers got fucking arrested. In plain sight. Right there, literally like in front of somebody's house doing illegal dumping. And they expect people to mind their fucking business. Because where they live, people mind their business. So they, in their mind, their intelligence level doesn't tell them that they're doing something wrong. Like their brain doesn't tell them that they're doing something retarded. It's not because of racism why the prisons are filled up with niggas. No, it's not because of racism. It's because of stupidity and just dumb motherfuckers. That's why the prisons are filled up. If you look at these cases, why these motherfuckers is locked up, it's because of stupidity. Just like a motherfucker do a 12, 15-year-old bid, right? Come home it's very easy for that nigga to go back to jail. Because one, he don't know nothing about technology today. He doesn't know how cell phones work. He doesn't know how computers, cameras. He doesn't know that most cameras now are HD quality with sound. With sound. They don't realize any of that. And do you think a smart criminal, most white criminals and shit, they looking up shit, how to fucking get away with it. A nigga just do it. Like, fuck it, nigga, I get this money. I don't give a fuck, nigga. White motherfucker be like, let me see how I'm gonna do this shit and get away with it. They gonna think. A nigga ain't gonna think. They just gonna do it. Run right off emotions. Goes back to right what I was saying. How the media will play the black people like a fiddle, get them all up in their feelings. You're racist. And they go rioting, tearing up the fucking place. It's Trump. And now niggas gonna want to go vote, and the Democrats gonna get that vote. Many people hear words like lynching, and all reason goes out of the way. Thank you. They use it to emotionally manipulate people. They will connect it to Trump. Wait for it. There you go. Bingo. Report says most robberies happen midday while at work. Bingo. I see meth heads dressed like ninjas robbing houses in the middle of the day. There you go. I'm not lying to y'all. I'm showing it to you. How am I lying?
These men accountable as Tom Durden, a local Southern prosecutor. I don't trust Tom Durden to get the job done. I believe that the Georgia Bureau of Investigation should step in, that a U.S. attorney should take on the case, that we should be looking at federal hate crime charges, because the local law enforcement community over the past 2.5 months has shown us what they plan to do to these men, which is absolutely nothing. We would be fools to sit back and wait for the legal process, for the grand jury to open up, and for these men to be charged by local prosecutors. That is asking for our community to be disappointed. So if you go to runwithmaud.com, that's runwithmaud.com, we will give you specific action steps to take to ensure that that the right prosecutors get involved in the case, that there is a complete and thorough investigation. And again, we are pushing for local.
What that entails of. The right prosecutors. Huh? This nigga, man. I can't stand this nigga right here. Thank you, Kyle, for giving me that tip on him. I'm going to look up some of his other cases.
Officials to go out and arrest these men today. They are a danger to the community. They are a danger to the peace, and there's no reason that they should be free pending indictment.
The only thing I agree, me and Grits talked about this. The only thing I agree about is that they could have did it another way. They could have just followed the dude. It was a long ass motherfucking road where they live at. It's Still something Drive in Georgia. But it's a long ass road. Long ass motherfucking road. Right? The police could have got there very easy. There really wasn't any side streets and shit to run. None of that bullshit. The fucking, like, you know what I mean? So he could have ran or whatever. He would have been easily found. Or if you were just jogging, like, you know what I mean? Like, the cops would have came and they could have just followed them and just kept following them until the cops arrived. That's what they could have done. They might have could have got out without the gun. But this guy could have had a gun because the gun was stolen from in front of the Michaels' house. So this man could have had a gun. So that's probably why they brought the firearms. The nigga stole the gun. Now he carrying his shit. Get the fuck out of here. You hear this shit? I seen a video of a black guy trying to get people to storm the White House because of this. You hear this shit? It's just absolutely nuts.
We can call just to harass.
You almost at the juicy part, y'all. I'm slow rolling y'all niggas tonight. I know this is gonna be a long video, but I'm slow rolling y'all niggas tonight. All my niggas and my niggerettes. I'm slow rolling y'all asses tonight.
That guy you just mentioned, Thomas. What did you say? Thomas what?
Durden?
Tom Durden. Tom Durden.
Is there?
You can find the number on runwithmaud.com.
All right, I'm done with that bullshit. I don't want to hear nothing about going to goddamn for mod or whatever. Fucking website. Fuck that shit. All right, let's get this nigga off my screen. I'm sick of him. For the night. All right, now let's get into this. They said this man was taking a casual jog, right? Casual jog. All right, let's see. Let's go. Let's see what really went on. Websites are annoying as hell. They got all this fucking weird pop-up fucking stupid shit. All right.
An official in Georgia is now calling for a federal investigation into the handling of the Ahmaud Arbery murder case. A county commissioner telling CNN he wants to know why it took 74 days for the suspects to be charged in the death of an unarmed black man. The two white suspects, a former police officer and his son, were charged only after video of the deadly pursuit surfaced, and a third district attorney was appointed to the case. Arbery was out for a jog back in February when the suspects in their truck chased him down, then shot and killed him. The suspects claimed Arbery looked like a suspect in a series of recent break-ins, despite no robberies or break-ins being reported in the area. CNN's Martin Savage joins me with more on this now. So, Martin, what more are you learning about this?
Hey, Fred. Yeah, we have some new imagery that's come to light. I should point out this really is not new. It is additional footage. The investigators have had this for some time, and the GBI admits that they saw this footage even before they went out and made the arrest of the McMichaels, rather. And what this video shows is Ahmaud Arbery on the day that he died. What this video shows is Ahmaud Arbery on the day that he died, the McMichaels, rather. The FBI admits that they saw this footage even before they went out and made the arrest of the McMichaels, rather. And what this video...
I hate that shit. Why is that shit on the fucking screen? Fuck, man. Shit, hard. God damn it. How do I get rid of that shit?
Video shows is Ahmaud Arbery on the day that he died inside of a house under construction. It's surveillance video. You see it briefly. He walks around a bit, and then he goes out and continues his run through the neighborhood. He doesn't take anything, and the most trouble he would be in would be, I guess, for trespassing. That
do those look like running shoes? Do those look like running shoes? I'm just saying. I'm not saying you can't jog in some raggedy ass, this white kicks. Look like some Uptowns. A nigga ain't gonna be jogging in no Uptowns. Especially if you jog every goddamn day.
That is not a felony offense, and it would not justify the citizen's arrest law or hot pursuit being applied in this particular case. So let's talk about that other video.
He's absolutely right about that. Because they just saw him leaving the house, right? He wasn't carrying anything. So it didn't really warrant all that extra with them taking guns. But then again, this is Georgia. Like Willie Grit said, why he got out the truck with his gun. I said, because he can. That's his right. He can. He didn't point it at the man. He didn't point it at him. If that was the case, you got a rifle. Anybody in law enforcement, military, you know a rifle isn't for close range combat. To use that rifle, you want your target to be a distance from you. if someone's close to you, the last thing you want to do is go for your rifle. You will go for your handgun, not a rifle. At close range, it'd be very easy for someone to take that rifle from you. Very easy. And this police officer allowed this man to get that close. A trained person, a trained shooter, someone that's trained in the combat, in the police department, right? That allowed this man to get that close to grab his firearm. If he was there to shoot him, he gonna let him get that close?
The cell phone video that was captured by Roddy Bryan. This is the one that actually captured the struggle and death. I spoke to his attorney and asked him, what was Mr. Bryan doing making that video? Did he actually help or try to apprehend the young man, and just what was going on? And here's what the attorney said to me. He was trailing behind, or he was trying to get up close to get a really good
he certainly wanted to get as good a picture as he could. You would have to meet him, and that's difficult in these situations. This is not Rambo. This is not somebody who's going to knowingly put himself in harm's way.
Now, it has been suggested by many people that this is a third suspect in the case. The attorney says, again, he was only a witness. He was not a participant. And lastly, I should point out to you, Frederica, that the GBI now says that it's investigating threats that have been made against any future protests on behalf of Ahmaud Arbery. As you know, on Friday and Saturday, there were two very large protests in this area. And apparently,
you see that? Now, this is another thing. I couldn't find that clip. Someone posted, actually, it was Ivory Scales. Shout out to Ivory Scales on Facebook. She put a meme someone had where they showed Arbery's face, like painted, like with big red lips and all that fucking bullshit, right? And said, like, it said some derogatory shit about him being killed and shit like that, right? But they put it, the meme, they put it right next to a image of the GoFundMe for the Michaels family, saying that they're God-fearing American citizens and stuff, and that they shouldn't be in jail and all this bullshit, right? They put that next to the racist thing. So what that did was used to discredit this two gentlemen in their GoFundMe to make them seem like they're being supported by white supremacists. And I'm sure white supremacists are donating to the GoFundMe. I know that's true. I know that's true. But that does not say that the Michaels family are racist or white supremacists. It does not say that. Even if they are. Even if they are. We don't know what they do in their own home. But it's not out in the forefront. So we can't accuse them of that.
Now, some threats have been made if there are going to be any further protests.
And then, Martin, with your opportunity to talk to the attorney there, did the attorney...
And these news stations that hate Trump, they having a ball with this shit. They having a ball with this shit. They don't give a fuck about that kid. They give a fuck with getting Donald Trump, shaming Donald Trump, and getting his ass out of office. Period.
Explain or respond to, why would his client be videotaping anyway, if not for the fact that he was expecting to capture something on video?
Right. And we did have this conversation. Essentially, he believed what he saw was he was standing in his yard and he saw the young man being pursued. And he thought perhaps this was some sort of criminal activity he was witnessing. And he wanted to get a picture of Ahmaud, he says, in case he got away and they were able to show to authorities who the person was. Again, he claims that this was all being an observer, not being a participant, but that is hard to fathom given that explanation.
You hear that shit? He said that's hard to fathom. Like the dude lying now. Oh, you couldn't have done that. You could have been trying to get a good photo or whatever the fuck of the suspect. Hear that shit? These motherfuckers is crazy. Because of the news, they want to get these black people hyped the fuck up. They want to get them hyped up. That's their job, to get Trump out of office. Now check this out. All right, this is the good one. All right, check it out. Why is this nigga in this house? See him looking around? Why are you fucking saying? I don't think there is any sound. Whatever. The GBI is reviewing the video and investigating. Now, they had all this footage before. They had all that footage before. Investigation of the death of Ahmaud Arbery, the video appears to track a 911 caller's statements that a man had entered a construction site on Satilla Drive in the minutes before the fatal shooting. See that? Construction yard, they got the porta potty out front, right? See? All right, let me back it up. See, that's him jogging. That's him running. And he's not really running like an avid jogger. I'm just saying. Not saying he wasn't jogging. He could have been just jogging. Or maybe the camera's sped up. But still, that's a weird-ass jog he do. Look, he stops. He goes right in the garage. Then he comes out. He goes around the back of the house. And now, did they show him yet? You see the Michaels that lives across the street. Watch. Look at the top of the screen. If you look at the top, fuck. That shit jump. Okay. And look at the top left. You're going to see the Michaels come outside in the driveway and making the call. But there's something very strange that happens. I'm going to show you two. It's surprising. Makes the call, he goes back inside. Still in the house. Arbery's still in the house. the police cruiser. Nigga ran so fast that he didn't catch him twice. That's somebody leaving the house. Who that was, I don't know. They go to the ambulance and shit. I think. All right, wait, let me get another.
Us what happened minutes. Newly surfaced video now showing us what happened minutes before Ahmaud Arbery was shot and killed in Brunswick, Georgia. And now his family's lawyers and the GBI are weighing in on what this could mean for this case. Trey Kless has the latest developments for us tonight.
A video showing the last moments of Ahmaud Arbery's life. It's caused outrage around the country, with many asking why it took so long before shooter Travis McMichael and his father Greg McMichael were arrested. New video appears to be what a former prosecutor in the case referred to in an email sent after his recusal. On April 7th, Ware County DA George Barnhill wrote there was, quote, video of Arbery burglarizing a home immediately preceding the chase and confrontation. At 2:08 in the video, you see a man in a white shirt and shorts walk into a home under construction on Satilla Drive. Moments later, a person can be seen in the top left frame observing what's going on. A 911 call from that day has audio of a man saying there's someone in a house that's under construction. At 2:13, the first man appears to run out the front door and down the street. 6 minutes later, a police car drives down the road. Multiple first responders arrive minutes later. Investigators have not said there is any evidence Arbery burglarized the home. Police reports following the shooting did not know anything stolen on Arbery. Greg McMichael told police the day of the shooting there had been several break-ins in the neighborhood and that a suspect was caught on surveillance video. Police records show only one report, a weapon stolen from a vehicle in January. It's also not clear why the police dispatch log and the video timestamp reflect times one after.
Ah! That's very strange right there. That's very strange. It could be a typo. You know what I mean? Because that's tight. The footage and the release report showing an hour difference in time. Why? We don't know. We don't know. I don't know. Maybe the motherfucker try to doctor some shit. I don't know. Or could this be a typo?
Hour apart. First Coast News has reached out to attorneys for Ahmaud Arbery's family asking if they've seen the video. We are waiting to hear from them. The Georgia Bureau of Investigation says this. They reviewed this video at the beginning of their investigation before Travis McMichael and Greg McMichael were arrested.
And just moments ago, we heard from the attorney, the family attorney, Lee Merritt. He told us in a statement, quote, the video is consistent with what has already been released, that Arbery was out for a jog, potentially stopped for about 3 minutes outside a home under construction, continued on his run, and then was shot and killed moments later.
But the attorney doesn't mention that he goes inside the house. He went in the garage, came out, went around the back of the house, and came out the front door running like a motherfucker.
Does not show any property damage or evidence of a theft. You can read his full response on 11alive.com.
All right, let's look at these guys' opinion right here.
You want to support Roller Martin Unfiltered? Be sure to join our Bring the Funk fan club. Every dollar that you give to us supports our daily digital show. There's only one daily digital show out here that keeps it black and keep it real. As Roland Martin Unfiltered. Support the Roland Martin Unfiltered daily digital show by going to
me, my family, my kids. You're going to get pissed off. Look, we own guns. Yeah, it's off everybody. But just know, if you're liberal or conservative, I got something for everybody. Yeah. But you're going to get pissed off. Look, we own guns. Yeah, got a lot of guns. No, I ain't got a lot of guns. We got a couple pistols and a rifle. Well, that's a lot of guns. Right? We also have CCW permits. Yeah. Right? And the reason why we got these guns and these permits is if I'm stuck in a life or death situation, me, my family, my kids, I'm out in town and somebody's stuck in a life or death situation. Yeah. I want to be able to defend myself and help them.
Oh, wow. There's a video. It's stuff for him at night. Oh, shit. See?
That person and help that person. But keyword, life or death. Only time my gun is coming out. I'm not pulling the gun out because I see somebody jaywalking. I'm not pulling the gun out somebody run out of the house. I'm not pulling the gun out if I see a couple having an argument and the woman slaps the shit out of him. Hey, what are you doing? Why are you slapping him? Like, that's not what the gun's there for. It's like these two gentlemen down in Georgia. One's a retired police officer, the other one's his son. Just remember, I carry a concealed weapons permit to preserve human life, not to take it. Yeah. Now, these two individuals in Georgia, one's a retired police officer, the other guy's his son. That means he's got brains. What? He should have some brains. He's a retired cop. Yeah. He became a cop and he was able to retire. He's got to have some sort of brains. He should. But anyway, the retired police officer see this black guy in this house under construction. He comes running out. Yeah. Right? And they called 911. Yeah. Now, if I'm in that situation, I'll call 911. Yeah.
All right, I hate to stop the video, but I want to respond to Kyle Lamb. That's what I thought. I was like, maybe these motherfuckers got some old school surveillance camera that ain't really hooked up to the internet or anything like on a cloud or anything. So the time isn't like accurate. You know what I mean? It could be like you have to change it manually for daylight saving time. And maybe it wasn't done. That's something that crossed my mind. Thank you for that comment. Excellent comment.
I may follow the guy until the cops show up to grab him. Yeah. But I am not engaging in I'm not doing no citizen arrest because I seen some dude run out of a house. Because one, if I get into a life or death situation with this dude, I got a gun and we're fighting over this gun. Yeah. Now I have to shoot and kill a man just because I seen him running out of a damn house. Yeah. Right. I mean, I can see if you see him running out of the house, he's got a damn TV on his back with blood all over. Maybe you might be jumping to conclusions. Maybe he's checking out the house because he's in the market for a new home. He could be in the house because he's casing the place. He's going to come back and burglarize it. We don't know. All you got is a person that's trespassing. That's all you got down the street. You can call the cops. Yeah. Look, everybody made horrible decisions on the end. That's what led to this guy's death. Yeah. Like, the police officer and his son, they made a horrible decision to pursue that man, to engage him, detain him. That was another horrible decision. It was a horrible decision to take your guns. It was a great decision to call the cops. Yeah. You could have just pursued him, wait till the cops show up. Yeah. But just think of the optics of this. Yeah. You know, you got a black man running from two white guys in a pickup truck with shotguns. And you right there on the 911 tape. There he is right now. There he's on the move. I mean, the optics on this alone looks horrible. Yep. Mainstream media gets this. Man, they're going to paint you out to be two racist white.
Another old white man don't know about technology. That's how I said about niggas locked up to come out don't know shit about technology. Here you go. Old ex-police officer, don't know about all this shit. He want to do some old extra shit. And this is what happens. So I actually do believe that they both equally share the blame. But only one out of them got the short end of the stick. But that one, this whole thing could have been avoided if he didn't go into that house. And I would like to know why he was in that house. Why? Knowing the neighborhood. White people stupid as fuck, but we ain't that stupid. You know what I'm saying? You going in the house for a reason, to look around or some shit. Out here, there might be a house They doing construction. A house might have burned down. They doing construction and shit. And I'm like, wow, they doing some good work on this house and shit. I'm not going in that yard. I'm gonna observe the house from the outside on the sidewalk. From the sidewalk, I'm gonna observe the house. Not going inside. It's not my property. You go in there, all types of shit can go wrong. It could be a person in there working, and you thought nobody was in there. You go walk in there, startle this man, he pull out a gun and shoot the shit out of you. Neighbors could call the cops. Now the cops thinking somebody in there burglarized, they sneaking around, and you make a sudden move and they shoot your ass in the house. The whole thing could have been avoided if he would, if he was jogging, if he was really jogging, just to jog. Why you had to go into those people's property? It's not your property. There's nothing in that house that had his fucking name on it. Nothing in his house had his fucking name on it. Why was he in that house? You were just looking around. So what? It's not his. You want to look, you look from the outside. Off the property, you look from the street. If you want to go in there and look around, you go there when they working. And you ask them, I've done that. People working on a house, somebody I know sold their house and shit, and the people went in there and doing construction. They let me in and look around and shit. You see what the kind of new work they did to the house? I'm like, man, I've been in this house and shit since I was a little kid. You know, man, I'm curious what y'all did. They're like, oh, come on in. We show it to you. That's all you got to do. That's simple. Rogan Black, welcome. Says, just saying, 2018, 514 white people were killed by black people, and 234 black people were killed by white people. According to that FBI statistic shit ain't no joke. That shit ain't no joke. I ain't listened to look at it in a year, but last time Billy Grits, he didn't believe that that wasn't on the FBI shit. That wasn't on the FBI, but it led into us looking at the FBI site with crime statistics. White people lead in every crime except murder and robbery. Peace, Rogan. Peace. Peace, turn Tally. See your ass up in here. White people lead in all crimes except murder and robbery. Correct me if I'm wrong. I haven't looked at it in a while. But I remember that observation. We leave in murder, and all the other crimes are just like simple shit, like dumb shit. Shoplifting and fucking, like, you know what I'm saying, stealing, or like, you know what I mean, burglary or some shit. Like, you know what I mean? But serious shit like murder, we running that shit. All right, let's go.
White man. I mean, if it goes down, he gets arrested and he was doing something wrong, yeah, you look like a hero. But yeah, if it goes south, you got this. You're gonna look bad, very bad. You fit in all types of stereotypes. White man, shotguns, pickup truck.
Yep.
Yeah, like Ahmaud Arbery, he made a horrible decision. Yeah. Why are you getting into an altercation with men with shotguns? That's smart. Regardless of why they stopping you. Yeah. If you get in a physical altercation with these men, they have rifles. They have a gun. That's a life or death situation. Yeah. Yep. They can shoot and kill you under law. Yeah, this is like the Trayvon Martin thing. Regardless of why they stopped that. Yeah. This is why I take this as a time to sit down with my son. Look, if you're out in town and somebody tries to do a citizen arrest, you're out in the public and somebody says, hey, I need to arrest you, did this and that. Yeah. Just say, all right, cool, call the cops. I'm going to sit right here with my hands up. I ain't doing nothing till the cops get here. Yeah. Anytime you're getting stopped.
I have done that. Wait till the cops get there. If you think that I was burglarizing that house, or I'm the burglary suspect that been robbing in the neighborhood, call cops. Don't run away. Just like all you Hebrew Israelites, you nutty ass Hebrew Israelites out there, what does your Bible say? A soft answer turns away wrath. And that's very true. A soft answer gets you out of a lot of shit. A lot of shit.
But by the cops and detain you. Every time you see an unarmed black man getting shot, they're always resisting arrest. Typically, yeah. And they make it physical. They want to stick their chest out and make it physical, show how big and bad you are. Look.
That's absolutely right. Because you fucking Afrocentrists, all your fucking crazy motherfucking black power, black supremacy ass shit, really think white people are really scared of y'all asses. And they not. They not. They just leave you alone. Go do your crime somewhere. They ain't not going in your neighborhood. And he's right. We want to show that we're bigger, we're badder. We can whip your ass, cracker, and all types of shit like that. Same thing with Trayvon Martin. Same thing with Mike Brown. You saw how much of a tough guy Mike Brown was when he left that store, gonna chump the clerk. All types of shit. This went in there and this did what he wanted to do. This did what he fucking wanted to do. I want to steal some shit, I'll steal it. What, nigga? What you gonna do about it, nigga? And that's how hood motherfuckers is. So you got a Chinese restaurant in the hood. You know the type of abuse those motherfucking Chinese people have to go through every day to make some money? They just ignore it. And they say all types of shit. Motherfucker talking shit to his wife, like basically saying all types of sexual shit to his wife, and he just sit there and ignore it. He might get them back by spitting in their food or some shit like that, you know what I mean? But he not trying to get into no shit.
Look, you're not a superhero. Yeah. You're not invincible. Yeah. I tell my kids, my friends, everybody, whenever you're in a situation like this, remain civil and calm. It'll work itself out. Because if this gets into an altercation, and the other person got a gun, they now have the right to kill you over probably nothing. After all these bad decisions everybody made here, if you take one of those bad decisions out, this man will still be alive. Still be alive.
There you go.
Yeah. I mean, but I'm going to play devil's advocate, man. All right, just hear me out on this here, buddy. Devil's advocate, huh? Yeah. You about to piss everybody off. Hey, look, be honest, everybody. Just don't say nothing racist. No, it's going to be racist. Look, just be honest, everybody. I mean, it's not racist. This is just what I observed in my lifetime. Okay. Be honest, everybody. Black or white or Asian, Hispanic, whatever. Think about this. When was the last time you seen a black man jogging in your neighborhood? I mean,
that's some real nigga shit right there. When the last time you seen a nigga jogging in the neighborhood? I'll get to that. Now to the call. I'm gonna get to that.
I mean, playing basketball and football does not count.
And shut up, Trey Taylor. Stop sweating these niggas.
You take that ball away, you just kill that black man's motivation for jogging. Look, I've lived in white neighborhoods. I lived in black neighborhoods. The only time I've seen a black man jogging is when he's running from somebody. It was for life preservation. It wasn't to get his heart rate up. Hey, we don't swim either. I mean, I go to the gym, I see black people lifting weights and playing basketball. I've never seen a black man in the pool. I mean, jogging and swimming is not our thing. That's racist, but it's a good point. It's true, man. No, it's not being racist. It's being stereotypes. Yeah. They're stereotypes. Yeah, it's a racist stereotype. But just because it's racist does not mean it's true. Not true. Hey, remember what we was talking about the other day? That guy? Oh yeah. When this story broke, we got just conversation about this guy. He wasn't a friend or anything, but it was back in high school. I can't. Yeah. He wasn't even that. It's just somebody I bumped into time to time in the hallway. Yeah. Right. I can't remember the dude's name. Yeah. But when this story broke, it made me, for some reason, to think of that. Yeah. Think of him. But long story short was this: when I was back in high school, man, decades ago. Long time ago. Shut up. Right. But anyway, I remember, like, let's say on Monday, I was out in town and I see him running east side of town. Right. Let's say it's west side of town. Let's say Wednesday, I saw him on the east side of town. I'm like, man, this dude is all over town running. This dude is like Forrest Gump running. Friday, we at 20 minutes outside of town. We see him in a totally different neighborhood, and he's still jogging. And it's like, man, this guy's a running fool, right? And I remember I bumped into him in the hallway, and I asked him, I said, man, I always see you running, man. He said, yeah, try to stay in shape. Yeah, keep in mind, we in high school, the dude is ripped. But why are you trying to stay in shape? You in shape, right? But long story short, turns out that was a cover. This dude was always running. It's because he was in people's neighborhoods casing and burglarizing houses. Yeah, he just so happened to be black. And I think that dude's still locked up. He's still locked up. The only reason why I say this, man. Not saying that's what Ahmaud was doing. Yeah. It just made me think of that. Yeah, look, it's two sides to every story. Yeah. None of us was there. Yeah. We don't know what happened. Okay? But I want to point this out, and everybody have to agree with me on this. The only reason why we talking about this is because the black man that was shot, he was shot and killed by two white men. If this was two black men, or a Mexican guy shooting a black man, you wouldn't hear about this. Yeah. Nope. And even if it was an Asian man shot a black man, you wouldn't hear this. Nope. But because these two men were white, that's the only reason why we're talking about this. Yeah, this happens in urban neighborhoods across America every weekend. Unarmed black men being gunned down. Yeah, like you look at the Trayvon Martin incident. Yeah. They tried to paint that Mexican guy out to be a white dude at first. Yeah. I mean, that's the reason why we bring this up here.
Very true. That's very true. He was Hispanic. Very true.
The reason why this is headline news is because the media, just like Malcolm X said it, they're the most powerful entity in this country. They can make the innocent look guilty and the guilty innocent. The reason why, because the media puts this out there because they want to keep black people upset. They want black people to feel like it's 1950. It's not like that in this country. That's right. Yeah. That's the only reason why this is headline news. The only reason. And we got an election coming up. That's the only reason why we're talking about that. They trying to.
Absolutely. And you see, like he said, you want to think like it's 1950. Why? All you gotta do is listen to niggas and shit, and you see it in the way that they talk. They bringing up slavery and shit. It's goddamn 2020. Slavery ended in 1864, 1865, right? And a lot of people don't know that really they stopped the import of slaves in 1818. It was illegal to import slaves up until 1818. 50-something years, like 50 years and shit, before they ended slavery. This how you got, right? And that's just how the law worked. Like, there was fair with it. Even though it was wrong, it was fair. So, now people gonna be like, what the fuck are you talking about? And shit, just like today, right? If they ban something, say, for example, they ban certain e-cigarettes, right? they banned these certain e-cigarettes. You could no longer import them into America or whatever, right? You can no longer buy them. But they will allow the stores to sell the rest of their stock of those e-cigarettes. You can't buy any. The store can't get any more to sell. But you can sell the ones that you got. So just like with the slavery, they stopped the importation. Now, I'm not saying they wasn't bringing no more slaves over here. That'd be a lie. They was illegally bringing slaves into the United States well after 1818. And probably well after 1865. Right? But the United States government stopped the import of slaves in 1818. Let's stay back on track. They go to link, Willie Grips. You can come out here and talk about this shit. Or anybody else that want to come on, there's the link.
Paint this country is racist. They want to get Trump out of everything you look at on the news. There's a reason why they're talking about it. Yeah. It's not to keep you informed, it's to keep you upset. Yeah. Especially in Black America. It's not even news anymore. It's more like propaganda. Yeah, Don Lemon, CNN, you look at The View. I mean, the stuff that come out of these people's mouth, they have no common sense.
Yo, that's so true. I watch some news reports and shit all the time. I have never heard the things that these news reporters are saying out of their mouths because of this shit. They're just making all types of judgments. News reporters ain't supposed to make a judgment on what fucking going on. They supposed to just report the news. They're not supposed to give their opinion. These niggas is giving their opinion and all types of shit. To keep black people all crazy and to make sure these Republicans, the Donald Trump and shit, don't go back in office again. Bottom line. That's why they're pushing this. And Donald Trump fucking on thin ice, like stepping on fucking eggshells and shit, talking about it. He said, oh, they were sad and shit like that. He said, well, I'm sure the police will get down to it and justice to be served or whatever. Fuck, like, you know what I mean?
Everything's personal. Everything.
And that's what he's supposed to say.
Everything's this. Everything's that. Yeah. And to all the black men out there, man, when you get detained,
listen up,
or people confront you with guns, the worst thing you can do is trying to show everybody how big and bad you are. Yeah, every time you hear about a black man being shot and killed unarmed by a citizen, it's the same scenario.
I have a friend that was murdered. He was a known hothead, like, you know what I mean? Like, motherfuckers are scared of him and shit. He was a bully. He was the bully's bully. He died in a robbery attempt. They wanted to rob him. The dudes put a shotgun on him. You know what he did? Challenged the motherfuckers. He grabbed the barrel of the gun and got a shotgun blast to his chest. And he died. He died.
There you go. This man's.
And when I heard that, I knew him like the back of my hand. Like, fuck you, motherfucker. You gonna have to shoot me. You have to shoot me. You a bitch. You ain't gonna shoot. You a bitch. That was him.
He's got a CCW permit. He engages you. You want to show everybody how tough you are. Things get heated, physical. Yeah. Get physical. He has every right to kill you at that point. So you have to be smart, man. Yeah. Don't entertain these people, man. Yeah. Remain simple. Keep your hands to yourself. That's worst case scenario. The worst thing that's going to happen, you're going to get arrested. But you're still going to be alive. You're going to have your day in court. Yeah, and if you're out that mind of your own business, now you can turn around and sue that person for false imprisonment. But this dude that was shot and killed, I mean, rest in peace. This guy was not a saint. He has a criminal record. Yeah, not saying that's right to shoot and kill him. Yeah, but it might go towards the motive why he was in that area. Yeah, I mean, we don't know. Yeah, I'll just say,
like I said earlier, he had a prior gun charge, Prior gun charge, get you some time. I don't know what happened. Did he get time or not? I didn't read that. I got to dig deeper into it. But he had a gun. What was he doing with a gun? They say guns are easy to get on the street. They're not that fucking easy. They easy if you want one to use it. If you want one to use it, it's easy to find it. And then he had a shoplifting charge, so he's a thief. If you got caught shoplifting, you still shoplifting. Save it. Save it. And if you got locked up with a gun charge, you probably got a fucked up record and you ain't got a good job. So if you got not a good job, you're not working, you're broke. He lives with his mama, and he's 25. He lives with his mama. He saw his sneakers was run down. And they're showing pictures of him when he was younger. And not the current pictures. The current picture could be something gruesome. Could be on meth, be on crack, heroin, whatever.
It is. Look, bad stuff sometimes happen to good people.
Yeah.
Right? But bad stuff always happen to bad people.
Yeah.
So we just don't know at this point in time on what side, you know, Ahmaud's going to fall on.
Yeah.
We don't know what side these two white men is going to fall on. We don't know yet. They've been arrested, but hey, they're going to have that day in court. Yeah. And then everybody's going to hear the facts. Yeah. Hey, to support the Hogs Twins, go to official hogstwins.com.
Yep, support them. Support them. Thank you for that video, Hogs Twins. Thank you for that video. Now, we're going to read into, I'm almost done here. I'm fucking fuck out of here. All right. I don't have to read that. I don't need to read that. Maybe. Yeah, let's go for this one.
Look at Georgia's laws.
Getting tired. P, where you at? P went to sleep. Yeah, Kyle, it was 3 shots. Right. Could the son have maybe fired a warning shot? I kind of doubt that. He might have just missed. Or he didn't really want to take a chance like that to shoot him with his father right next because it might hit his father, too. All right. I gotta hurry up and shit. My eyes getting tired. I'm already yawning.
In a matter of hours.
The citizen's arrest. News 3 is on your side tonight with a look at Georgia's laws. WSAV News 3's Ricardo Lewis spoke to a local attorney and explains when and where it can be enforced.
Georgia citizens arrest laws allows people to arrest anyone they see committing a crime, but attorneys around the state say that wasn't the case in Ahmaud Arbery's death.
It's dumbfounding.
That's how attorney Charles Bowen feels about a video showing the confrontation between Travis and Gregory McMichael and Ahmaud Arbery.
Certainly when that video was released, my initial thought as an attorney was these people will be in custody within a matter of hours.
The McMichaels argued they believed Arbery fit the description of a suspect in a recent string of burglaries.
Hopping in a truck and chasing after someone screaming, "I want to talk to you," block after block, that is not a citizen's arrest.
Atlanta attorney Chris Stewart is one of the lawyers representing the victim's family. He says these men abused citizens' arrests because they didn't see Arbery committing a crime.
If you're in the grocery store and a guy walks in and robs the place and turns his back to you and you tackle him and hold him down, not shoot him, you hold him down until the police get there, that's the citizen's arrest.
Citizens arrest law in Georgia does exist, but it is extremely rare that it's ever put into practice.
Bowen says citizens arrest was created to allow retailers to detain someone they believe is shoplifting. That's why attorneys say this defense will not stand in court.
What courts have interpreted it to mean is that you can only use the amount of force that's reasonable to detain a person under the circumstances.
While the investigation into Arbery's death remains active, experts all agree that it's time to reevaluate what the citizen's arrest looks like moving forward. Reporting in Savannah, Ricardo Lewis, WSAV News 3 on your side.
Thank you, Ricardo. All right. Check this out. Almost done here, y'all. Almost done here. Actually, Kyle, the autopsy showed he had no drugs in his system. Right, I said the same thing too, turns out. Manslaughter. I would say manslaughter is the most that he should get. That they should get. It's the most. I'm not letting them off the hook saying they didn't do anything wrong. I'm not going to say that. But maybe they didn't do nothing wrong. But yeah, let me rephrase that because this is the same shit I told Willie Grits. I, in my personal belief, from what I see, from my emotion, is that they could have handled the situation differently to avoid a death. Because it could have just been as easy as those two gentlemen being dead. Now, this is another thing that they found. The dude that Arbery was fighting with or whatever investigated Arbery in earlier dates. Y'all hear what I said? That cop helped prosecute Arbery before.
I just want justice for my son. I just want them to pay the price for the crime they did. He didn't deserve that because he was a very good young man.
At least he got a daddy to sit there. A lot of motherfuckers ain't got no daddy to speak for.
We want to, of course, extend our deepest condolences to the Arbery family We also want to take a moment to thank them. One of
seems here that
the last things you want to do in a circumstance of this nature on a case certainly that's been around for a period of time is to ask anybody, particularly a victim's family, for patience. It's difficult to do.
Okay. Barnhill's letter sent the office of Georgia Attorney General. Chris Carr did not specify what the prior prosecution was for and when it took place, right? The Brunswick News has reported Arbery was indicated for allegedly bringing a gun to a 2013 high school basketball game when he was 19. Family attorney Lee Merritt has acknowledged Arbery's 2018 arrest on shoplifting charges, but any reference to alleged contact with high school or shoplifting is absurd and has nothing to do with this murder. Right? Shit, I gotta hurry this shit up. My ass about to drop. No bail, Rogan. No bail. Absolutely no bail. No bail. All right, so, all right, what was the last thing I wanted to do? So that little bit. All right, this is what I wanted to read. I don't get the fuck out of here. Shit. I'm about to pass out on your asses. Oh shit! Did it read it for me? Okay, bet.
Just a quick word from our sponsor.
If you've been harmed by the carelessness of someone driving a company vehicle, the injury is referred to as personal. So if you've been hurt by an 18-wheeler, call Herman & Herman in Corpus Christi at 361-201-1226. They take personal injury personally.
What justifies killing someone in Georgia? When can you kill someone legally in Georgia? The question comes up repeatedly, not just in clear-cut cases such as a residence killing an intruder breaking into a home, as happened Sunday in an apartment on Columbus Armour Road, but also during murder trials in which defendants claim to have acted in self-defense. The former scenario rarely raises any threat of prosecution. What some call the castle doctrine is ensconced in the law. If someone breaks or is breaking into your home, you can shoot them legally as long as you reasonably believe such force is required to stop the unlawful entry into or attack upon a habitation. But the law has three stipulations, one of which must fit. The intrusion is violent and tumultuous, and the resident believes its purpose is assaulting or offering personal violence to someone inside. The intruder is not a member of the family or household, meaning you can shoot strangers who break in, but not someone who lives with you and just lost the door key. The resident believes the intruder broke in to commit a felony and deadly force is required to stop it. This castle doctrine extends to temporary habitation you may occupy only overnight. Outside such a dwelling, killing to defend yourself or others gets trickier. Georgia law says you must reasonably believe deadly force is necessary to prevent death or great bodily injury to you or someone else, or it's the...
Est-ce que vous voyez ce simple bout de papier? Il s'agit d'une des clés d'un système qui a permis après 2000...
Everybody needs bystanders have shot at shoplifters fleeing stores. Shoplifting, like other petty theft, is not a forcible felony. Steve Kraft, Chief Assistant Public Defender for the 6-County Chattahoochee Judicial Circuit that includes Muskogee, notes a distinction between simple theft, stealing property when no one's there to stop you, and robbery, which involves taking property by force or threat from someone's immediate presence. Typically, violence is justifiable only in stopping or preventing other violence, not property loss. For example, you are allowed to use force to protect property other than your own, if it belongs to someone in your immediate family or you are lawfully charged to defend it, but again you legally can do that only to prevent the commission of a forcible felony. Said Kraft, I have an absolute right to protect myself. When I start intervening in other situations that really are police matters, I'm on thin ice. You should always call the police first if possible, particularly if another's property is involved. The apparent burglar you see going through a neighbor's window may be a guest or relative given permission to enter that way. Let the police sort that out, Kraft said. You could be stepping into the middle of something that you really don't know what's happening, and you would be liable then. Defending yourself. The self-defense law has exceptions even for when you personally feel threatened. It says you're not justified in using deadly force if you're the instigator. You can't provoke someone to attack you with the intent of using deadly force in response. You're the one committing the felony. If someone's using force to stop you committing a crime, you legally cannot assault them and claim self-defense. You are fighting by mutual agreement. Similar to the first exception, you can't start a fist fight and then fatally stab your unarmed combatant to stop it, unless you withdraw and your opponent continues to use or threaten to use unlawful force. The latter circumstance came up last year in a homicide case involving two friends who were in a fist fight when one lost control and repeatedly stabbed the other. The suspect claimed self-defense, but witnesses testified his opponent had stopped fighting and was backing away with his hands up. The defendant was convicted of voluntary manslaughter. The law also has a section devoted to cases of family violence or other prolonged abuse likely to make you fear for your life. It says that if prosecuted for murder or manslaughter, your defense may include evidence you were the victim of acts of family violence or child abuse committed by the deceased, including expert testimony regarding the condition of the mind of the defendant at the time of the offense. Stand your ground. Another aspect of self-defense is what's commonly called stand your ground. It made the news after George Zimmerman used it in his defense for fatally shooting Trayvon Martin in Florida on February 26, 2012. In Georgia, the law says that if confronted with circumstances already cited as justifications for using deadly force, you don't have to run away. If the situation justifies your taking action, you have no duty to retreat. Prosecutors can't come back at you in court and say you should have just let it go. Anyone in such circumstances has the right to stand his or her ground and use force. But stand your ground means only that you don't have to retreat. It does not mean you're justified in pursuing someone who's no longer a threat. Shoot an aggressor who turns and runs and you're not on solid legal ground anymore. Another factor to consider is the weapon you use. Though police in their discretion may choose to overlook it, using a weapon illegally can erase your immunity from prosecution. That could mean you used a gun you didn't have a permit to carry, or a sawed-off shotgun with a barrel so short it was illegal to own. Understanding the law is crucial, particularly for gun owners, because having clear justification can be just as important as having any at all. As some suspects here have learned, painfully, you can be acquitted in court on a self-defense claim and still lose. If the justification isn't so clear that police choose not to arrest you, you can spend weeks, months, or years in jail on a murder charge, long enough to lose your job, and your car and your home, once you've no income to make payments, and to blow any savings on attorney's fees. It's very likely you will spend a significant amount of time in jail waiting to go to trial, Kraft said. And you're due no recompense if you've lost everything but your freedom by the time a jury concludes you're innocent because you acted in self-defense, Kraft said. If you're acquitted in Georgia of a crime, you get nothing, he said. When they take you from the courtroom back to the jail, they hand you the bag of property that they took from you when you were booked into the jail and say, there's the exit. And that is it.
Next article.
Just a quick word from our sponsor.
Be sure to visit the Price Rate Marketplace and check out the fresh new look. Save with fresh new deals and discover fresh new finds. Plus, look for the spot-on savings throughout the store and must-have items in the drop zone. Visit Price Rate Marketplace today.
60,000 flocked to Georgia after it reopened, phone data show. Where'd they come from? Tens of thousands of out-of-state travelers saw Georgia's reopening as an invitation to visit, according to an analysis of cell phone
and they need to know they
data.
can protect themselves.
A week after,
But they also need to know the bounds.
I'm getting tired of this shit. All right, my bad, y'all. I'm about to fucking pass out on all of y'all asses and shit. So I'm about to close this thing up. I think there was like maybe one more thing I wanted to check out. I didn't talk about what this guy just said and shit. My ass trying to stay fighting this thing with. So we'll do that. Huh? All right. I know I'm talking crazy and shit. Don't fucking pass the fuck out. Where you at, P? I think P already passed out. All right, I'm gonna play this on the way out. Let's see. All right, there you go. Check this out, y'all. God damn, my ass. All right. Damn, I'm fighting this thing. All right.
Law enforcement is fighting a man that is not fighting. Click a link in the description or something like that. I was watching another video. Y'all know when I see something, I got to go to them and share with y'all, go to them and show y'all something. If you'd like to see what we call an event video, please go to the Patreon and William shows all the videos that we cannot put up on YouTube because they don't like them. That's what's up. They said the LAPD officer under investigation as the video shows him repeatedly punching a fella player out here in the community. Doesn't look good, but here we go. Law enforcement is fighting a man that is not fighting them back. But here we go. What the fuck is wrong with you, motherfucker? What's wrong with you, motherfucker? If you'd like to see what we call an event video, please go to the Patreon and William shows all the videos that we cannot put up on YouTube because they don't like them. That's what's up. They said the LAPD officer under investigation as the video shows him repeatedly punching a fella player out here in the community. Doesn't look good, but here we go. Law enforcement is fighting a man that is not fighting them back.
All right. Thank y'all for coming by tonight. Really appreciate it. I don't know what to go out with. Same shit I came in with. Shit, yeah. All right, fuck it. I'm lost. I'm talking crazy and shit. So let me just get my ass the fuck out of here. Thank you. Hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Please choose a star. Post that. Your favorite social media platform. This is Killer B, the goddamn witch finder general. And if you got a witch, I'll burn the ass.